Oborewori, and your deputy governor with all your cabinet members, including local government chairmen for Delta State, and even the former governor of Delta State, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, as una don defect from PDP, go join APC. We congratulate you, Your Excellency. You know, say former governor of Rivers State, now minister for FCT, he been don talk, say PDP is like malaria and APC is like stage 4 cancer. But today, him don't go join the cancer. So as you said today, you don't go with all your government, una don't go join the cancer, and you don't sing on una mandate, you shall fall. We hope and we pray, say that now when you don't go join the president party, it go give an opportunity to help you in the leadership in Delta State. As all the insecurity where kidnappers, they trouble people from Asaba to Ogwashuku and all other places, and every other challenges where they face Delta State. It is our belief, say, as you don't go join them now, it will give you opportunity to get the assistance you need to serve your people better for the success of your government. Congratulations, Your Excellency. We wish you all the best. And also to the former governor, Ifeanyi Okowa, EFCC, you know, say, when I've been done invite former governor on allegations of money laundering, abi misappropriation of funds. We go dey wait to hear the updates on that case as they go with EFCC. Abi, as one former national APC chairman talk, when you come to our side, your sins are forgiven. Nigerians, Ekpele, make all of us, they pretend like, say, we don't know what thing they go on for this country, oh. Everything going on in Nigeria today is a perfect implementation of the state capture where we dey see. If you want to look where they don't do state capture before, you can look at Lagos State and wonder what is the opposition that is going on there. You want to weaponize government against the people. One senator for Nigeria come on TV talk, say the National Assembly is not opposition friendly. That is why today, even House of Reps or senators where they for opposition, they fear to talk. Nobody fit open mouth, because once you open mouth, they come after you. All of us still there, they look. The more you look, the less you see. Before Edo State election, APC politicians, they go visit President Tinubu for Asu Rock. The president tell them, say, I will give you Edo State. Guess what? Today, APC is there as governor. How the thing happen? Only God and INEC sabi. During presentation of 2025 budget in December of 2024, all lawmakers were gathered, led by the Senate President and Speaker House of Reps. They welcomed the president singing on their mandate, they shall fall. Waiting be the response of the president. He said, all of you have been re-elected. Well, for that confirmation, we go have to wait until 2027. Nigerians, make we continue to dey pretend though. Everything where we dey see so is a careful plan. You see former suspended governor of Rivers State, he go visit president for London. He dey bend down, he dey shake him, they greet him. A governor who was elected by the president too, he dey beg president and all of that, how they go fit reconcile or resolve the issue. Whether Nigeria want to be democracy or dictatorship or autocracy or monarchy, it is up to us. But I just want to tell when I say, there is no opposition for Nigeria again, oh. The only opposition where they this country is you and me, victims of bad and unfortunate government. And until we wake up and begin to take the right actions, the case will only move from bad to worse. The pride and arrogancy, the confidence where they see these APC people they get so, is because they know that there is a criminal electoral system that they have and a corrupt judiciary and law enforcement system. Taken away from them, you go see the masquerade go dance naked for Market Square. That is why I call on everybody who mean well for this country, whether you be activists, advocates, not be to the talk of 2027 done near. We must occupy the National Assembly in exercising our rights to peaceful assembly. That place is not Akpabio, the Senate President's house. It's not the Speaker's house. It is the People's Parliament. We must demand electoral reform, and waiting be the demand, it is simple for me. We must make electronic transmission of results mandatory. We must open the INEC register to sanitize the register. We must protect our INEC server. Before we go the talk of independent candidacy, judicial reform, constitutional reform. If not, my dear people, it will only move from bad to worse. It will be criminality and corruption Armageddon. Nigeria is an open crime scene. If you waste any further time, every other person will begin to gnash their teeth. May God give Nigerians the wisdom to wake up and do waiting day right. Because this one where you they see so, we just they start. As everybody they fear to talk opposition, they fear to talk. When we senators for opposition, when no fit talk. What of we ordinary Nigerians where they come to talk about good governance or to criticize government? Waiting we go do. Everybody go they tell you, oh, be careful, be careful. If all of us come together and speak out, there will be no enough prison to put all of us. But me, I know say that the truth that I know will set me free. And the Almighty God is able to protect us. Unless what I'm doing is about mischief. Planning to harm me is a waste of plan. The time when you go use to plan to harm me, go and use it to protect the people of Benue and Plateau and every other Nigerian where they this country. So congratulations, Governor of Delta State. We dey wait and hope to hear from the next governor, where go also go join the cancer and continue the celebration of On Your Mandate You Shall Fall, in a country of renewed hope, where there is more hopelessness and despondency than even hope in itself. May God help Nigerians, but may Nigerians help themselves. In fact, even some religious leaders, they don't already they join too. Some religious leaders and pastors and the rest, they have already become the religious wing of the APC. So the more you look, the less you go to see. May God help Nigeria. My name is Peter.
Guys, this is the right energy. This is the kind of energy we need in this country. Exactly what this man said. If everybody is trying to protect themselves, if you are doing, if I talk now, they will come after me. If you do, what about those that did not talk yet they came after them? What later happened? You see, it's high time that we youth of Nigeria need to stop all this fearing. As long as you are not about nothing anybody, as long as you are not saying the truth, because almost everything that is going on in this Nigeria, it is actually the youth that are bringing it on social media. That is why they have been trying all they could to ban social media. How many people will they arrest? Let's say all the youth now, okay, during the 30 days challenge, when almost every youth of Nigeria decided to participate that 30 days challenge, if you know the kind of wave that it made, how many people did they arrest? They could not arrest anybody because they see that we are a multitude, like everybody came out to talk about the same thing. So how many people, how many cells which prison, which cell do you want to pack everybody to go and put? That is one thing with Nigeria. Once you come together to do something, forget about fear, forget about anything else. As long as we are doing it together, there is nothing like any fear again, because this Nigeria belongs to us. That is why I like this video that Aisha Yesufu made. Like, she spoke very
and I'm sure
well.
by now
Guys,
you've
just
heard
take a look at
the
this video.
news, which is no longer news, that Okowa has defected to APC. Yes, and for me, what's really surprising about this defection is that he not only defected, the governor has defected, the deputy governor, the speaker, the party chairman, literally almost the structures and the party leadership and whatever, they've packed themselves and they've moved on to, APC. And it's going to be interesting times over there, because now, one thing is that the governor and the elected official is actually usually the head of the party. So that's why sometimes you see those smaller parties do not even want a candidate to win under their party, because when a candidate wins, then that person takes over the leadership. So for example, let me give you an example of what I mean. In Abia State, there is a Labour Party. So because there's a governor who has won election under Labour Party, so automatically that governor becomes the leader of the party in that state. So the Labour Party chairperson in Abia State is not able to act as effectively as the Labour Party chairperson in Edo State would act, where it is not a Labour Party candidate that won the election. So I hope you get the gist from that. So most times this kind of a thing, sometimes you really do have it causing trouble along the way, and sometimes, like what happened in Edo State, you understand, when Edo had that problem between Obaseki and Adams Oshomole, and then he moved from APC to PDP, moved his machinery and all of that. That was one of the problems that happened, because when he now moved there, of course, he displaced the leadership of the people in the PDP, and he automatically became the leader because he was the governor of the state. And along the way, there were a lot of teething problems that went on with that. But anyway, I'm not here to tell you what you already know. Today's discussion is not about Okowa. It's actually about a tweet that was done by Bashir Ahmed, who happened to be an APC member, and he was former personal assistant to President Buhari on social media. And then he says this. He says, our party, the APC in Kanu, is making all possible preparations to welcome Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, along with members of his party, the NNPP, including our governor, Abba Kabir Yusuf. Interesting. I don't know how factual that is, but that's someone who, he is from Kano State, by the way. So that's someone who is from Kano State who is putting this out here. And the way things are going, if you've noticed recently, literally like there's a wave of defection to APC. In preparation for 2027 probably and beyond, one of the things we all have to understand is that politicians that we have usually do not have courage. They don't have staying power. For them, they're not able to stay out of power for a very long time. So as much as they can, all they want is where is it that they're going to win election, and they will do anything and everything. And for some of them, you think they are powerful men and all of that. When you actually see them, they are very weak and actual cowards. They can't stand for nothing. They can't fight for nothing. And I'm sure by now also you've heard the stories of Governor Fubara, who is said to have gone to London to go and meet with Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the former governor of Lagos State, over, the unconstitutional imposition of a military administration in Rivers State. And so when you see all of this in terms of, so he's not fighting it legally, they're not, PDP couldn't even summon the courage and the power to be able to stand, against Tinubu in that whole unconstitutional act that he did. This was something that required 2/3 of the National Assembly for you to be able to pass, and there's no way that APC can have 2/3 of the members of the National Assembly. So PDP also was needed for that thing to happen. They didn't even bother to actually count the 2/3. They just bamboozled their way through it, and we saw how PDP allowed that to happen. And so right now, when you see Fubara in London going to beg, according to some of the reports that are out there, you definitely know what's going to happen. So it's all about you and I being that opposition, you and I being knowing that politics is no longer something that we do whether we like it or not. Politics is something that we have to do whether we like it or not, and that without fixing politics, there's no how we're going to fix our country. And the people that we think are politicians are really not there for the nation. They are there for themselves. So we have to have a place to also come in and be there for the nation. So there's a whole lot of work out there that is going on. So I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the day it does happen, and then that Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwaso moves to APC. But it will be quite interesting, because now you're going to wonder what is the power play that is going to come out of it, of seeing that Ganduje and Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, they don't see eye to eye. But one thing that the Nigerian politicians are very good at is for them to be able to settle whatever it is when their interests align. So it's going to be about interest. We've seen numerous times, after the fallout between Kwankwaso and Ganduje, when one moves here, the other one is moving to another place. They were both in, PDP, and then they moved to APC, and I think later on, Kwankwaso left the APC to PDP before he left PDP to go and join NNPP. I think it's called NNPP. So it's all of this moving around. You don't even know where is where. If you want to follow the movement of our politicians, definitely your head is going to be turning along the way. So it's interesting things, and one of the things is that the APC absolutely wants to have a one-party state. That's what they want to have, and I've always said this over the last couple of years, that look, PDP does not even understand the enormity of the things on ground. And I've said PDP is a threat to opposition. When I say this thing, sometimes people don't understand where I'm coming from. Because there's a PDP, there's that likelihood for people to relax and say there's opposition. Meanwhile, there's no opposition. If there was no PDP, people will understand that, there's no opposition, let's sit up. But with PDP, people sort of, relax and just allow things. And then PDP is there thinking that, all they want is themselves and APC. That's why you see them attack. They never face APC to attack APC. Most times they will be attacking every other party. They will be attacking Peter Obi. They will be attacking all of that. They will not attack APC and Tinubu, right? Because as they feel that, oh, it just should be two of them. What PDP doesn't realize is that APC doesn't want to share the ground. APC is not interested. APC doesn't want to see any other party. They want to see only their party. And so we, the people, must form our own party and stand against APC and say, not on our watch are you going to turn Nigeria.
It's no longer news that the Delta State Governor, Oberiwori, has defected to the All Progressive Congress, APC. And quite frankly, I'm very sad. I'm very, very, very sad. In fact, I am ashamed to be called an Urobo man. Now, it is not because I am not happy for anybody's decision, but it is more like these politicians only look at the issues of this country from their personal interest. Now, I have lived in the North for close to 60 years, and most times when I look at the issues of Nigeria, I look at it from a broader perspective. I do not look at Nigerian issue from an Urobo binoculars or from a Christian binoculars or from a Delta binoculars. I look it from a holistic perspective, how it affects everybody and consequently affecting me. So it is more of a broader scene before I come to myself. That is how I see it. Now, it's just a pity that we are graduating to a one-party state. We are graduating to a one-party state. There's so much to talk about, but I've made it a principle that my video don't exceed 10 minutes. But let me attempt to say a few things. It's almost like Nigeria must suffer over Atiku's presidential ambition. That is what is happening. It's like Nigeria must suffer over Atiku's presidential ambition. Let's not forget that it was Atiku's presidential ambition that brought the crack in PDP in the first place. The primaries in the PDP, for those who have longer memories, should still have it fresh in their minds, which led to Wike's dissatisfaction, which led to Wike's behavior that we are seeing today. Now, what is even more surprising is that Okowa, who was Atiku's running mate during the PDP presidential, during the last presidential election, has also defected to APC. Now, what does this translate to? Oberiwori is the current Delta State governor, which means he's going to work for APC, which means there's a likelihood that in another election, APC might win Delta State, win Edo State, win, in fact, oh my goodness. So there's a likelihood that we might continue this hardship, this ineptitude for another 4 years. Now, a lot of people say, I hate Tinubu. Of course, I don't like him. I really don't like Tinubu. Not because he's a Yoruba man. Definitely not. But because of what Tinubu represents. Criminality, deception, gangsterism, backdoor syndrome, and all the things that are negative to the idea of any legacy that should be bequeathed to our youth. Dressing up fake bishops and snatching, grabbing, and running away with it. That's why I don't like it. And if you don't like, if you like him with all these revelations, then something is done. Then you really don't. You are not a friend to Nigeria. You are not a friend to any nation for that matter. So I don't like him. I don't like him for the singular reason that he doesn't represent to me virtues that are emulatable. That is why I don't like him. So if we have somebody with such queer ideology, you know, grabbing every state in Nigeria. I don't know whatever deals, but I know there are deals made. There are deals made. Now, River State, I understand from what I've read, I hope it's not true, that Fubara has gone to plead with Tinubu, which means if Fubara comes back after the 6th month, he might start singing a different song. Then River State will be permanently APC. And then Delta is APC, Edo is APC, the West is APC. No. If you are in Nigeria and you are not concerned that this country is graduating to a one-party state, and you feel it's about party, it's about Yoruba might, it's about Fulani might, it's about... Look, when all these things begin to translate into the pictures we are seeing, have you asked yourself why APC is not taking the issue of the unalivings and kidnappings very serious? Have you wondered why it's almost like life, the human life is no longer significant in Nigeria? It's 100 lives out of 200, 100 is no problem. You that you are living in abroad, what will it be like if they say some gunmen went into a place and unalived 10 people? I'm sure it will be a CNN breaking news. But here in Nigeria, by waiting every day, there's no day we don't lose up to 20, 50 lives. So it doesn't matter. How long are we going to live in the life of propaganda that prices are going down, dollar is the naira is appreciating, food prices are going down, whereas it is a different story when you actually go to the market? I just don't know. I am just ashamed of myself. I've been unable to sleep. I'm just ashamed. I'm really ashamed. I mean, what is all this?
I know you predicted that the way the PDP is going, the PDP may cease to be a major opposition party in Nigeria before 2027. But nobody predicted that the vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the 2023 general election will fancy the APC in any way. You all know now that Okowa, who was Atiku's vice presidential candidate in the 2023 general elections, has now defected to the APC. Everybody thought that this coalition movement that Atiku is piloting, trying to get other political parties to join the PDP, a lot of people thought that Okowa would have been making these movements with him. But rather, El-Rufai is making the movements with him, and Okowa has not been in the scene for a while. And all of a sudden, we just heard that he has defected to the APC with the governor of Delta State. How about that? Now, a lot of people are arguing that it's now obvious that Atiku made a mistake to have picked Okowa as his vice presidential candidate in 2023 rather than Wike. So that brings me to the first question. Do you think Atiku actually made a mistake to have picked Okowa in 2023? Because we all know how PDP problem started. Now, Bode George is very angry. Bode George is upset. In fact, he's saying that both Atiku and Wike should leave the PDP as soon as possible, ASAP. He believes that these two giants are the problems of the PDP, and he wants them to leave. That brings me to the next question. Who do you think has and is the problem of the PDP? Atiku or Wike? And where do you think all these problems of the PDP started? Because we all knew that before the 2023 general elections, the PDP were together. Okay, they were campaigning their campaign and running their thing until the primaries of the election happened. So where do you think all these things started? And do you think that the PDP can ever come back together? Do you think the PDP can ever come back as a major opposition? Or we are looking forward to an APC versus Labour Party in 2027? Do you think that is what it is? Now, these are major questions that you should take part in.
If APC government wahala never touch you for inside this country, Nigeria, if APC government wahala never touch you for inside this country, Nigeria, that means they wear helmet, they sleep. This our Hausa brother, Mr. Gairus, is calling on Nigerian Christians from the east, west, north, and south. Say it is time for all Nigerians to come together as a unity, as a unified Nigeria, and form one big alliance, one big political party to unseat Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu come the year 2027. Say the goal is to come together, form one big political party, and remove Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu from office in the year 2027. I don't look myself, I can't laugh, say. He reached Tinubu turn. Hausa people can understand, say, it is important to form unity or to form alliance. Anyway, Nigeria matter, they almost tire me. Make una listen to our Hausa brother.
Especially being from the north, 19 states from the north, including our Christian brothers and Muslims. I want us to take care of ourselves and study something. We are Nigerians, not anything but the unity first. Unity first before any other things. If you don't have a unity, there's nothing we can go. So we need unity on this country. Because the present government, President President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GSON, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, is only making appointment on 6 states only, Southwest state, which in Nigeria we have 36 states. So 30 states, including Abuja, were away from the appointment. The appointment only take one side. Check the appointment and check how since he comes. Is that how we are going to continue? 2027, my brothers, let us form a rule party that we can be able to offset this man. Forget about party. Even if APC give him, I'm APC myself, no problem. But let us take a party that we can be able to defeat him, and let us bring somebody whom is tested and trust, and everywhere they receive, including the South, they have a fans. We cannot take somebody who doesn't have a fans and you expect you win a result. We take somebody who is tested, whom people know is popular, he have contested before, then we just now follow and take him as a candidate. In any party, we can score through and we offset this man out. Because we cannot, is the unity of Nigeria. I am Nigeria. I don't care whether I'm from the north or from, but what after is the unity of Nigeria. We have lost that unity because this appointment is going for only 6 states. So people know and people understand, and both of us we vote. Why are we treated like this? So we thank him and we wish him the best for 2027. But let us has now set ready for 2027. We bring a candidate who is well received to the Nigerian and who can bring the unity of Nigeria, because we lost the unity as I'm talking to you. We lost the unity. Everything is from the only 6 states. Is that how we are going to say? From the Southwest? Well, we are 36 states, including Abuja 37, so 31-0. So this thing we cannot accept it, but 2027 our vote will determine where we are going. We don't care, police or soldier, if you like carry all air from here to anywhere, carry a shield, carry all artillery, carry gombite, all put, we will vote whom we need to vote.
You decide the person you can contest?
No, we cannot be able to measure the person for now, but we are the person who is tested, well-known and popular. I don't want to measure the person. It's well known and tested and popular as the person we are going to vote. We can't vote this thing again. We know all Nigerians. I have so many friends from the east. I have many people from the south. The appointment is not even from the south or from the east or from rather from the north. It's only for 6 states. The cheating is too much and we cannot take it any longer. And we don't go for protest, we don't go for anything. Please put your voter card on your pocket. Don't lose it and don't go for protest where police can just chase you out. Please, thank you.
What is your last message?
My last message is to Nigeria. We have to come together and group ourselves as a broom. We are all Nigeria. Then we start and let us work together. We remain in one Nigeria. And I pray for Nigeria, a Federal Republic of Nigeria. And we are still in Nigeria. And nobody will share us. And nobody will bring war. Inshallah, we remain together.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Like I said, Nigeria matter is almost getting me stressed up. It's getting tiring. You know, politics, I've always said it. Without good political leadership in any country, you cannot do much. It will always be like a snail achievement. You know how snail they take waka? Millennium Development Goals a country is supposed to achieve in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years can take such a country 20 to 30 years. That is what you see among corrupt political leaders. From critical analysis of what this man is saying, I know he's talking about P2B. I realized when he said, I have friends from the East, I have friends from here, I have friends from here. He's talking about P2B, a man who has contested before, who is known by Nigeria, who is popular and all of that. If you critically analyze what he's saying, he's talking about Obi. Well, God sparing our lives, 2027 is not very far away from now. It is almost very close. We are just going into 2025. It's just 2 years away, or even less than that now. But one thing is very certain, which I've always maintained. Until Nigeria and Nigerians come together and decide that it is time to turn around things in this country, it is time to face the people who have kept this country poor for many years, back to back, squarely, ready to vote, ready to defend the vote, ready to follow with judiciary from beginning till the end. Until that time, nothing will work. Yes. But don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section and share this video. Man, another person see him. God bless you.
I like the fact that people are beginning to wake up. Like all regions right now is beginning to wake up and be talking about what we are talking about. Everybody seems like to be having one focus right now, which is having a better president coming 2027. Forget all this state grabbing that is going on. At the end of it all, it is still we, the Nigerians, that are going to vote. The governor that has defected will not come and carry you and tell you to look at who you are going to vote for. If all the youth should come out and stand gidigba and make sure that your vote counts and stay there till everything is conducted, even not for snap all the total result. It is true that they are going to have their way. If they are going to have their way, just as what happened in 2023, at least you're going to have proof that as so polling unit or as so state, it is actually this person that won. Just like these proofs are still all over social media till today. So I like the mindset that Nigerians are having right now. That tribal war or that incitement that they're trying to do before, whenever this kind of issue come out, they'll just come and find something to distract everybody. It is no longer working anymore, and I like it. Guys, thank you for staying with me up to this moment. Please, if you are just coming across my channel for the first time, please do well to subscribe, like this video, share it so that people will know what is going on. I'll be with you same tomorrow, okay? I'll be here